The galaxy is like wiggling. Dang. This looks like it's film. Bro, was my video glitching? No, bro, it wasn't lagging. That's literally how it is. They slowed it down so much that it was just like stuttery frame rates. I don't know if this is a bruise or what this is, but it's like rainbow glitter that looks pretty similar to the first image. I wonder how that's gonna tie into the story later. Either way, twice, with a stuttery glitter shot. Oh, frick, bro. The camera was moving. So there's two ways you can do this. Number one, you could have a motion controlled camera that repeats the camera movement every single time, and then you could just shoot it twice. I just held this up, bro. Trust me, I passed kindergarten, I can do this. You shoot it twice, comp both shots together, and then boom, you're good to go. Or honestly, the easier and way cheaper way to do this is to shoot this with actually a static camera movement. The camera's actually not moving. And then in post, you punch into the shots that are comped together, and then you add an animated camera movement. So the movement's not really there, it's in post. And so that's what I think they actually did here. Is this is a keyframed camera movement. Dude, the cinematography is so good. Bruh, this is such a smooth cut. Going from a close-up, blink, move, and then cut to another shot that's also a close-up moving and then breaking the fourth wall. That is so smooth. We're not actually matching the framing or where the person is in the shot, but we're matching the movement, which makes it feel so smooth. Dude, this makeup is crazy. Ooh. This is so artsy. It's not like anything I've seen in K-pop before. I mean, I'm sure this has existed, but this is very, very abnormal. I'm really here for it. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of this editing, the nitty-gritty?
Fall rates probably.
I am so sorry. You have my full permission to turn off this video. That was bad. That was cringy. Let's talk about the story. This song is about no matter what you think of me, good or bad, if I'm nice, if you hate me, if I'm mean, either way, I'm good. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think of me. I know who I am. They're saying that there's countless versions of me, meaning there's countless different ways that people view me and think of me. And all of those things don't actually matter, which is very, very true. All of those versions are me in the end, but maybe it's not the true you. It's not who you understand you to be. And then right there, we've had just stoic faces the whole time, just blank stares. This is the most important part of a scene, which us editors call the moment of change. It's when something flips, something switches in the scene. And it's actually the climactic moment in the song right before the chorus, where we start to smile, even do a jump cut, so we can get a bigger smile and a little like tongue thing. The editor breaks the rule of jump cuts. So that's usually a really jarring cut. Normally you wouldn't do that. But the editor says, you know what, for the story, we're gonna break this rule. Show a couple VFX heart lightning bolts. Those two cuts also match the either way I'm good. It just follows that rhythm and the editing follows it as well. 1, 2, 3. Bro, this overexposed flashlight look, artsy as frick. Oh, we have more of the glittery stuff. Oh shoot. Oh wow, that's wow. Dude, I freaking love film. This shot looks like it's digital. It just looks like a beauty shot. It looks gorgeous. And then we cut to a top angle which has completely different lighting but the same pose, and we reveal that her arm has like the galaxy glitter all over it. I'm not quite sure what it means yet, but we'll try to figure it out by the end. And we have leaves falling. We have petals being plucked. And then we even have a filter on the lens to create light shining into the lens into an X, into a star, which also is reminiscent of the galaxy. I think a theory is loading here, but I'll tell you guys what I think at the end. But she's clearly not good, surrounded by teddy bears and tears. So that's interesting. Oh shoot, that's where the bus pulled out before. Maybe she missed the bus? We're going into like a full-on scene here. We're going outside the music video. That's why we cut to black. They're all wearing giant red sweaters. Oh my gosh, bro. This is like an Oscar-winning movie. This is so good. This is like an A24 film. I remember while I was in film school, I watched a Sundance short film, which Sundance is like the most prestigious film festival, and I was just studying it. And I noticed that there were a lot of jump cuts and just lapses in time. And it was at that time that I learned, as an editor, you just need to tell the story in the most efficient way possible for the most emotional value. You don't need to show every moment, just the ones that communicate something. And so sometimes it's interesting when you show just like dull moments like this that don't seem to have any meaning, especially this shot, but they actually do carry a lot of meaning. Literally, like you see her carrying a lot of stuff. She's burdened down. And I think that's the point of this scene, is the lyrics start talking about somebody who seems very carefree, very, you know, just life is fun, it's super easy. But then you show that same person struggling, and you see that they have another side. The child who seems carefree actually has a tender heart. Bro, these performances are so good, they can act! And I'm not just talking about the crying. Crying is hard to do and make look real on camera, but even just like these shots where they're just like being, just existing. Those types of performances are almost just as hard, if not harder. Let's talk about the lyrics here at the end of this section. They do a little play on words with IVE. They say because she's an introvert, I, and you're an extrovert, E, well then let's just do a V together. We're all created differently. There's all kinds of different opinions that it's hard to make everybody fit together in a cohesive way. So let's just make the most out of it and maybe not care either way. I also love the color grading is blue during that whole scene. Just showing that it's a sad scene. It's just something simple, but it's very effective emotionally. Dude! This is why I love film. Look how the freaking bubbles look. This is all digital underwater because it's hard to get a film camera underwater. But dude, look at this. Look at these images frame by frame. Look at these colorful rainbow squiggles. They're gorgeous. That is so sick. More stuttery, low frame rate shots. This editor is not afraid to cut to black. That's what I love. We always forget as editors that black screens are actually something that we can utilize to help create separation, to help increase contrast, because contrast creates focus. And going from black to something, going from nothing to something is the ultimate contrast. I love that this editor uses a ton of black. Woo! Now we got some mixed media. This is for sure digital. It's why it looks so crispy and gorgeous. Bro, I love that they're also either not wearing makeup or wearing very, very minimal makeup. It's just not a state that you see K-pop idols in very often. The whole point of the song is either way, we don't care. We can wear makeup, we cannot, we don't care. We could have a horrible day or a great day, we don't care. It all doesn't matter anyway. I'm getting a little spoilery with my theory, so I'm gonna save that to the end. But this is so cool. Like, just separate from an editing perspective, like, I just love seeing some minimalistic makeup. Or none, can't quite tell. Again, we got star filters on the lights. More glitter. Not reminiscing. I was trying to say reminding, but reminiscing came out. But it reminds us of the galaxy that we saw earlier. Just all kinds of glitter everywhere. And it just looks really cool on film. And this editor is also just so not afraid to break the rules. Like some shots, like this shot right here, is for sure slowed down. There's just some frames that I hit where the image just doesn't move. They slowed it down further than they were supposed to. Ooh, that was a cool match cut. She put her arm up here, right? And the editor used this as a transition to go to a completely different scene. This editor is so good at match cuts that don't actually match. It's not a hand cut to a hand. It's like, oh, this arm stuck up in this shot, and then we cut to what would be maybe a reverse angle of the hand. And so it's just those little things that make the editing so, so good. Oh my goodness, bruh. So the lyric says, let's smile for them. Woo hoo 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 hoo. Sorry. The contrast of the crying to the like dancing around and smiling and being so happy really just encapsulates what the song is talking about. And then there's a slight smile at the end. You hear so often in society, fake it till you make it. And I feel like that's kind of what the song is saying, but the video takes it and kind of flips it on its head and says, maybe we shouldn't do that. And I think the video is saying that sometimes it's actually okay to just feel what you're feeling and to not have to put on a fake smile. Oh my, they're aliens. Oh gosh, what was that? Yu Kwang-yong, thank you so much for directing this music video. It was freaking awesome. So here's my theory. When you zoom out to this level, where you just look at the entire galaxy, and you realize how small we really are, also our problems, our joys, and our sadnesses also become super duper small, and they seem like they don't matter at all. And so because of that, either way, we're good. Ooh, that's right. Jesus loves you guys so much, and I do too. Peace. I don't know why, my dance therapy is just getting worse and worse. I am so sorry.